But first this morning, if you cast your mind back to the 90s, you'll remember a nation clad in check shirts and cowboy hats line dancing their way through the sound of Garth Brooks.
Well, over a decade later, country music is making a comeback. Ireland's brightest young country star, Nathan Carter, is with us today, along with one of the greats, Declan Nerney. But before we speak with them, here's Nathan in action.
Down south to the land of the pines, I'm on my way to North Carolina. Staring up the road, straight to God, I see headlights. I made it down the coast in 17 hours, picking me a bouquet of dogwood flowers, and I'm hoping for a rally so I can see my baby tonight. So rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. Rock me, mama, any way you feel. Hey, hey, yeah, mama, rock me. Yeah, rock me, mama, like the wind and the rain. Rock me, mama, like a southbound train. Hey, hey, yeah, mama, rock me.
Now, with a sound like that, there would have to be line dancing involved. And on the beachfront as well. What beach was it?
We were up in Donegal and Rosnowla Beach for that video. Now we had a great day.
Well, you did have a good day, so
it was great.
What week was it?
Oh, it was very cold now, if I remember correctly. I think it was in May time or June that we were there filming, but okay. We pretended that it was very hot, but it definitely wasn't, you know.
But is that you doing the footsie? Are you doing the footsie?
It is. I don't know what sort of dancing that is. It's terrible now. Don't even look at it. It's really embarrassing for me to watch back. But anyway.
Anyway, you are, so we're told by those who know, responsible for a resurgence in country music over the last couple of years. Simply because you're a young guy and you're bringing a young audience in.
Yeah, well, I suppose when I was growing up, my friends definitely wouldn't have been into country music, and I was sort of the odd one out, if you like, you know, for listening to it. But I always thought it was cool in my own sort of head, and I was always, I suppose, a big fan of American country music. I grew up with Garth Brooks and with Shania Twain and the Dixie Chicks, and you know, these people are huge stars all over the world, never mind America. And country music, I think, is has always been sort of stigmatized over here with just Stetsons and line dancing and stuff. But if you look at the charts over the world, the pop charts and everything, it's filled with country music. No matter where you go in Europe, country is massive, you know. It's really big.
And you grew up in Liverpool?
I did, yeah. I was born in Liverpool and grew up there, and I would have been, my mum's side of the family originally from County Down, from Warren Point, and but I grew up in Liverpool, going to the Irish centres and going to the Irish pubs and stuff, and that's when I first met Declan, when he was playing in the Irish Centre in Liverpool with his big show band at the time. And I've always been a fan of live music, and just to see a band on stage and a live singer, I think nothing can compare to it, to be honest.
But when you were going to those gigs and you got to meet Declan for the first time, would you have been the youngest person there?
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, I was going to country gigs 4 or 5 years ago, and I would have been in Ireland, definitely the youngest one there. It was very strange to see anyone my age. Yeah. You know, but it's definitely changed now the last year, that's for sure.
Yeah. And Declan, what is that down to? Do you think radio stations, I mean, do they support country music? Are they playing it more? Are you seeing younger people?
Well, I suppose, Sybil, it's always been there. I suppose, you know, it's like everything else. It goes unnoticed. But over the last number of years, and for several decades now, there's tens of thousands of people go dancing in Ireland the whole week, but particularly on a Saturday night. And it's just because you take it for granted. And it has been there since the show band, since Brendan Boyer came on the scene, exploded on the scene. But even before that, you had, you know, the great Céilí bands like the Kilfenora. We are all descendants from that there. There's a little bit of, you know, of the Kilfenora in what Nathan is doing as well, and on his stage performance too, and in what we all do. We're all influenced by that, even though it got several meanders there by under the umbrellas of rock and pop and whatever, but there is still an awful lot of the Celticness about the whole thing. It's not, this is the difference between what they call country and western music, which is a terrible term.
So you don't like that term?
I don't like it at all, because it doesn't, the hat doesn't fit at all. It's
Okay.
not. It has nothing to do with us at all. Country music in America came from here over there.
Yeah.
Back centuries and centuries ago. Our people, along with Polish people and all of that, that's where the history of it is. Those people are only new. We're here a long time, and that's exactly what it is.
Well, we've shown Declan in action. I think we have a clip now of you in action as well, so let's take a look at that.
I miss the wonder of your kiss. How could you leave me here like this? Hey, stop the world and let me off. I'm tired of going round and round. I've played a game of love and lost. Hey, stop the world and let me off.
Yeah, well, whatever about the line dancing, there's the jiving as well.
There is the jiving, yeah. This has always been there, jiving, old-time waltzes, and that will never die out. And it's very evident in the new scene, this new phenomenon here beside me here that has exploded onto the scene and is doing powerful great things.
Has he kind of given a great injection into country music for everybody, including
Well, he
himself?
has, of course he has. He has introduced it to a brand new audience, a brand new young audience. And not alone that, but he has revitalised it amongst the older generations as well. There's neighbours of my own and the dancing fraternal in general who go out there, you know, they tell me that they go to his dances and shows and they thoroughly enjoy what he's at, which is fantastic, you know.
Is Nathan kind of doing now what Daniel O'Donnell did, say, in the mid to late 80s?
Well, in a way he is, and I think that he's actually, we were ploughing recently there, myself and himself, and I think he's ploughing a new furrow as well here. I think that he's generating something new because there's a whole new cultural change out there in Ireland and in Europe in general, so I think he has something new to offer that hasn't maybe been there before, and I think that's a great thing.
Nathan, is it the development of stars like Taylor Swift and Carrie Underwood, and now you here in Ireland, that's pushing it along?
I'd definitely say so. Like if you look at the American charts at the minute, the biggest stars in America are country stars, Brad Paisley being one of them, Carrie Underwood, Taylor Swift, and they're not necessarily singing country music. They're singing a lot of pop stuff, really, you know. But it's classed as country, you know.
Who we're
Keith
looking at
Urban,
right
of course,
now.
yeah. And you know, that Keith's on one of the big talent shows at the minute.
American
You know,
Idol.
he's huge, you know. And I think it definitely helped over here. It's helped me as well, you know. I mean, I'd sing a couple of Brad Paisley or Dixie Chick songs during the night and stuff, and of course Garth Brooks. But it definitely helps.
Well, you look at like Westlife, who broke up last year. How many of their hit songs started out as country songs?
Right, yeah.
A lot of them.
Ray Charles was probably one of the greatest soul singers as well, and yet Hank Williams was a powerful influence on him.
Yeah.
And 3 or 4 of his greatest hits was Hank Williams songs. So it's always been there. Plus the fact, in our case, what I feel that's different about us and the American scene is go back to it, the Ceilidh bands, there's still an element of that in what we do. There's still an element of it in Tin Lizzy. Their biggest hit was Whiskey in the Jar. It was, you know, even to this day, you know, the boys are back in town and all. I love that music. I love the rock music as well. But there's a, you know, as it's going along, it's like threads in a piece of fabric.
Well, they would have also been influenced though by the likes of Horselets, who
Yeah.
were doing their thing as well.
That's right.
You've got a new single out at the moment with Brendan Grace.
We have, yeah. It's a great single in a way that there's, I suppose, the tangent of it is that it's for to support the Irish Cancer Society, and hopefully people will download it and buy it. Martin, that's a little plug for the song.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
called Things Are Changing Fast with Butler.
Yeah.
Rui.
And Nathan, you're on your 4th album, is it? Or?
I am. I'm working on it at the minute. Obviously, the single before the last one, Wagon Wheel, has just sort of
Well, that's been
exploded for us, you know, and it says up to like nearly 1 million hits between a couple of videos on YouTube and stuff. So it's been very big. But I'm working on a new album at the minute, yeah. So
what's this resurgence now going to mean for the general population? I mean, we've said there, tongue-in-cheek, that grab your cowboy boots and your plaid shirts. We're really going to be seeing that.
I think that what it's going to do is it's going to forget about the Stetsons and the check shoes, and it's going to start what will be a proper scene, and I think that you know, everything has a cycle and it goes through a number of years, and the nightclubs there really ravished live music in general. Okay, it was entertainment, but it wasn't entertainment as a proper scene as what we would want it to be, and I think there's nothing is as good as people entertaining other people, and that's what our scene, and that's what we're all about. We're not really country and western, we're entertainers.
Okay, well, the next generation is coming through
He's
and
here.
already making big noise. And we thank you both very much for coming in. Good luck with the single, by
Thank
the way,
you.
because it is for the Irish
Thanks.
Cancer
Yeah.
Society.
Yeah.
And we hope that's a massive success. And we look forward to your next album.
Thank you for having me on. I
Delighted
appreciate
to
it.
have you here.
God bless.
I really
Thank you.
enjoyed it.
Now you at home may